Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Last Cast Adventures. As always, I am your host Daniel, and in this episode, it's a little bit different. There's no fishing, so if you want to see fishing, this is more the aftermath after fishing. So definitely go check out the rest of my videos. This one, however, though, is about filleting fish, but even more than that, it's about cleaning fish in an apartment without your wife realizing what you've done. Now, girls don't like, girls and women, they don't like a dirty house, right? Let alone you cleaning fish inside the house. So in this case, we have the sink, of which I will be using. There is some dirty dishes right now. Those will be gone here momentarily, and then we will begin filleting the fish, which I won't really show you guys because I'm a terrible filleter. I'm not a good fisherman when it comes to cleaning fish, but good at catching fish. Anyway, so I'm going to work on that, and then I'm going to show you some tricks and tips to how to get the smell out of your apartment and out of the limelight, so she has no idea what you did. You just say, hey look, fish. So stay tuned, and like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to my subscribers already. Enjoy.
There we go, fish on.
So, dishes are gone, sinks are empty, and in my household we have these little food catchers, so pull those out for sure. Now, because you have fish, they're going to be all slimy. So, what you want to do is make sure everything's out of the sink that cannot be contaminated, because, you know, any of that could just carry more of a smell, and nobody wants that. It leaves trace evidence. So first, get all that out. So, here are our lucky contestants for the day. We have a really nice, I think it was a 23-inch redfish, and then I think it was about an 18.5-inch speckled trout. So they've been sitting in some ice right now in this bucket, which is another point. You see that ring? I don't know if it's coming out, but that is a ring of precipitated water because this is not an insulated bucket like a cooler. So, the water is leaking out, so that's one thing you have to remember to clean up. Now, also, take anything away from the sink. There's my little fish. Say hi. Hey, fishies. Cool. And make sure anything that doesn't want to get contaminated is, in fact, moved away. Another thing to remember is consider the sponge you have now to be, well, useless, because you're going to use it to clean up the sink. You then wet 2 paper towels, dry them out, put your cutting board on top of it, and then your cutting board doesn't really move. That's a fun fact that works in any situation, just in case you didn't know. So now at this point, you have 1 fish on ice in 1 sink and 1 fish on the cutting board. Now the smell is really starting to accumulate. So you gotta work fast, because in my case, I only have till about 3:30, which gives me an hour and a half to get the smell out of here. Now a good thing to remember is to always clean up as you go. So like here, I filleted it. Now with redfish, they have a ton of scales. Trout, not so much, but redfish definitely do. So I was keeping an eye on any scales that went flying, fell to the ground, anything like that. So I can pick them up as I go because, hey, the scale will leave evidence. You don't want that to happen. Alright, so now you have the cutting board left, the kitchen sinks, and fresh fish. What do you want to remember? You want to remember everywhere you touched. So around the sink, this whole surface right here, all right there. Paper towels, definitely your best friend. So now you want to go ahead, rinse off the cutting board, wipe that down, get that soaped up. And you want to soap up and clean everything that you used, hence why you have a sponge. Now, another thing I did was ran the fan from the microwave. That way I'm hoping to draw out any scents that are already here. Okay, so now, everything looks good, right? Nope, still fish residue. So, what you want to do now is take your dirty sponge with Blue Dawn soap and scrub it all down anything you may have touched. The whole section here, all up inside. Get all that fish pieces out of there. Preferably don't throw it down the drain, but you know, if some pieces make it, that happens. You also want to make sure you get all the nozzles anywhere your hand would have touched. Anything that could hold a smell or spread the germs, get it all up in there. You even have to wash the Dawn soap bottle, which I'll get back to. Anyway, so scrub-a-dub-dub. Now with the sink clean and scrubbed down, you throw the sponge away and get to wiping down all the soap. Basically just wash it off, get it clean, and then disinfectant wipes, the next step. And one thing you want to make sure is when you're wiping is to feel for, you know, any dirt, anything that feels like it's not supposed to be there. Basically, in my case, it's going to be scales. Now, the rest of that feels pretty good, so I think I got it all dirt-free or disinfected, whatnot. Take it over, wipe everything down. It's just for the best to try to get rid of all the evidence. Now, for some of you out there, that might have been just enough. Using a disinfectant wipe, scrubbing everything down with soap, but not for my wife. She likes me to bleach everything else available at the dollar store for, guess what, only $1. So then you have to bleach it, wipe it down. Now that pretty much concludes cleaning, taking care of the mess, but there is one more step that you can do. Did I say last step? I honestly don't remember, but last 2 steps. Check the perimeter. So in this case, anywhere the fish would have dropped any form of slime, because you don't want it falling and having that prove that you did clean fish in the house. Also, check down below. Yep, right there. Scale. Boom, right into the trash. Now, I don't like to mop, so I'm just going to take a disinfectant wipe and scrub down this whole section. That's pretty gross. As if I mopped it. Well, if your house still smells a little bit and you still have time, spray some Febreze or air freshener or light a candle or something. And you know, if it's not in the middle of summer, but it is here, open a window, because you know, fresh air is definitely good air. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. Hope I can make you laugh a little bit. But yeah, this is apartment living and the troubles I have to go through to live here. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go take a shower with my tackle because I don't have a hose. Stay tuned and check out the other videos for fishing. Thanks.